All right. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a great day. I know I am. There's always some sports going on, so there's always something to talk about. So I'm glad to be here in front of you again. And we know we've reached that point in the NBA season where we're at the All-Star break. Fun time for all. It's a weekend for the fans, for the viewers at home. Get to see the stars come out, you know, three-point contest, skills challenge, celebrity game, all the good events, minus the slam dunk contest because we past few years hasn't been the biggest names in it, but I still watch. Maybe that makes me a degenerate sports fan that I watch the slam dunk contest. Do I like it like I did back some years ago? No. I miss the Vince Carter's, the Zach Levine, Aaron Gordon show. That was not too long ago. That was probably the last good little battle that we saw in a slam dunk contest. Hopefully, this year's can live up to, I guess, some standard that we may have. But I don't know. I'm still more of a 3-point contest guy at this point because if there's one thing we know, guys like being in the 3-point contest. So that's where you usually get your bigger names, and because of that, I love it. Now, of course, there's going to be no Steph Curry in the 3-point contest this year because he's hurt. That's kind of a bummer. But there are some other names, I will tell you, that I feel like will get you excited for the competition. So what I will do on this episode is go through the festivities of the All-Star Weekend and give you my predictions for who will win each competition. A little bit of insight into it. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this video way too long. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just get going with this. All right. So, of course, I had to pull up the old screen right there, and let's go through these. So, first one we'll start with. Oh, it's in Utah. If you didn't remember, it's in Salt Lake City this year. Let's see. All-star rosters, we already know Joe Mazzulla, who recently has been named the new head coach of the Boston Celtics. He's no longer the interim coach. He gets to go ahead and coach the All-Star team right off the bat. Not a bad year for Joe Mazzulla. It's his world right now. But he's going to coach Team Giannis. You already know. Well, I guess quickly, Kyrie is still listed on the Eastern Conference team. How is that going to work? He plays for Dallas now. I haven't seen anything anywhere about him being a West guy and then who's going to be the new starter. So I don't know. We'll see. But Mike Malone, coach of the Denver Nuggets, he'll coach Team LeBron. Well deserved as well. Well, I mean, they get it because their teams are leading their respective conferences, but Denver's had a really good year, so I'm happy with that. Then breaks down, fans 50%, which that percentage should probably be taken down a little bit. NBA players 25, media 25. That's how you get the stars, blah blah blah. Reserves, yeah, we already know about that. I talked about that as well. All right, here we go. All Star Saturday night. So skills challenge is what we'll start with. Now, if you don't remember, they kind of changed up the skills challenge a couple of years ago, where now it's like a legit skills challenge. I think there's like a round with like a relay. There's a round with shooting and all that. So with the new format, we get Team Atentacumpo. I think I nailed that pronunciation. Going up against usually a team comprised of players from the host city. This case, it's Utah. Well, the Utah Jazz. It's in Salt Lake City. And then we're getting a team rookie. So looking at this, I could see the same thing happening with Team Antetokounmpo, where they get to the shooting portion, which is round 3, and they fall short. Although I'm not going to count them out of it because we know Giannis has been working on his jump shot. Alex, I don't know a lot about, but I feel like he is a decent shooter. Thanasis, I mean, you've seen him. He's the dude on. Okay, I'm not gonna roast him. Make a joke, but he's on the Bucks. He's a guy who's standing up all the time. He's yelling out stuff. He's congratulating guys. So he's a part of the team. Every team has a guy like that. Thanasis is the Bucks version of it. Utah, I think, is an interesting team here. Jordan Clarkson, we know. There's not a shot on the court he won't take. Kessler had a really good year this year. Colin Sexton, came over in the Donovan Mitchell trade. I think it's an interesting group. I wonder, could they have had Markkanen in this? I mean, we'll get to Markkanen later. He's in another competition that probably played a factor in this. And then the rookie team. I love Paolo Banchero. Big fan of his at Duke. I was all in on him, being top pick in past year's draft. Jay Ivey was out of Purdue. Really like his game. Jabari Smith has had an up and down year. A lot of downs. I'm interested to see how the rookies look in this. But I feel like the more I think about this, the more I'm leaning towards the Utah Jazz team. I think it's a good mixture where, like, you look at the relay portion of it, Colin Sexton might be really, really good at that. I feel like if the Jazz get to the shooting portion, and if they're not leading it, or if they're really close to the lead, I think they could take over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes Team Jazz who win it, Team Antetokounmpo as the runner-up, and Team Rookie coming in last. Although I feel like Banchero and Ivey will have really good showings, but I just think the other two squads, because we know the Antetokounmpos, they're competitive. That competitive nature will get them through the first 2 rounds. It'll just come down to the shooting portion. That's not to say the Rooks couldn't surprise and win it all, but I just think I'm going Team Jazz, Team Antetokounmpo, and then Team Rookie. Here's a little graphic, Slam and dunk contest. Like I said, I'm not big into this contest anymore, but thankfully, Dwayne Wade is not a judge. Thankfully. Just trust me on that. But we got Jamal Crawford, who's really good on TNT. I like watching him on TNT. Other night, he called Jordan Poole a splash cousin. Curry and Thompson are Splash Brothers. He named Poole Splash Cousin. I thought it was a good line there. Lisa Leslie, WNBA legend. Karl Malone, Utah Jazz legend. Harold Miner, who won, I believe, a couple of slam dunk contests in his day. And Dominique Wilkins had those great back and forths with Michael Jordan. So he's always there. You already know all about him. So now looking at the contestants, you got Kenyon Martin Jr., Trey Murphy III, Mac McClung, Jericho Sims. So what I will say for this group is they are all high flyers. You got to give them that. Are they household names? No, not really. I mean, Kenyon Martin Jr., people know Kenyon Martin. So he's got that. But he is a high flyer with the Houston Rockets, so I think could have a good showing. Trey Murphy with the Pelicans, another high flyer. Once again, I don't know how much of a household name he is. Mac McClung, went to Georgetown. I think he was a YouTube sensation as well with his dunking ability. He had some time with the Warriors, have been in the G League. He's with the Sixers now. So he could be entertaining. Jericho Sims, high flying, big with the Knicks. So you gotta, like I said, high flyers. I mean, with this group, the worry's gonna be, if it gets to a point where each guy's taking like 3-4 attempts to make a dunk, which we've seen past few years, the crowd, becomes dead because fans go into this wanting to see guys make it first attempt if it's really difficult on the second attempt. If you're getting into 8, 9, 10 attempts, like the contest just becomes a drag. It really kills the night. So hopefully these guys are in the lab working on some interesting stuff. I'm gonna go Kenyon Martin Jr. here. Sleeper, Jericho Sims. But give me Kenyon Martin Jr. in this 3-point contest. Like I said, this is my contest. This is the one I love watching. It has become my new favorite. Now Simons is out of it. He was replaced by Julius Randle. Apparently ESPN hasn't updated that, but so Anthony Simons is Julius Randle for this. So we have these 8 players. Final round's 3. So I'll pick my final 3 and then I'll give you who I have winning it. I'll talk about Jason Tatum real quick because Celtics fan, talk about Jason Tatum. My worry with Jason Tatum is if you watch him play, a lot of his 3-pointers come off of him having the ball in his hand, playing with it, like a sidestep, step back, that type of 3. I don't know if those guys work necessarily in 3-point contests. So because of that, I'm not going to pick him. I'm not going homer here saying, "Oh, Jason Tatum will win." I think he'll have a good showing. I don't think he makes the final. My final. So we did this on the big 3. I went Halliburton, Hield, Huerter. I'm good with 2 out of the 3 names. The third name I'm going to change. Halliburton, I think Halliburton's a lock. And let me tell you why. Halliburton is a legitimate standstill shooter. I think that works in the 3-point contest because that's literally what you're doing. Station to station, take the ball at the rack, shoot it. I think he's got that down. Buddy Hield, I'm sticking with him. He's also a catch and shoot 3-point guy. That works well in this contest because that's what you're doing. Off the rack, you're in your pocket, you just shoot it and you move on. So I think he does well. I'm taking Huerter off. I think Huerter will do well. Huerter could be a sleeper in this. But I could also see Huerter go through a cold stretch and really sink his round. So I'm not confident on Huerter. That's why I'm not going to pick him in the finals. You're probably saying, "Oh, go with Damian Lillard." I think Lillard does well. The deep ball helps Lillard. He probably has the most range out of the field. My third guy, I'm going Markkanen. I think Markkanen, hometown advantage, whatever. I'm sure the fans will be behind him. Markkanen's having a great year. I think Markkanen finds a way to edge out Lillard, makes the final 3. I think Buddy Hield wins it. Yeah. Give me Buddy Hield to beat Halliburton and Markkanen in the final. Like I said, I think it's going to be a great competition. Yes, we don't have Klay Thompson. We don't have Steph Curry. We don't have guys like that. But Damian Lillard, Buddy Hield, Markkanen, Tatum even being in it. Yeah. But that's what I'm going with. Hield to win over Halliburton and Markkanen. All right, so Rising Stars. So this is your old school rookie sophomore game, basically, where they changed the format of this a couple of years ago. It's a mini tournament, 4 teams, 3 games. Here's your coaches: Pau Gasol, Joe Noah, Jason Terry, Darren Williams. Semifinal games go to 40, championship games to 25. Okay. So Team Pau Gasol. So he gets Jose Alvarado, Paul Bencaro, Jay Ivey, Benedict Mathurin, Keegan Murray, Andrew Nebhard, Scotty Barnes. I like this team. You giving me Bencaro and Ivy together with Mathurin and Alvarado? I like this squad. Keegan Murray as well. Nebhard is a good player. And Scotty Barnes. Yeah. I think that's a balanced squad there. I like that team. All right, let's see who Joakim Noah's. All right. So Noah's got Josh Giddey. Okay. Jalen Williams, Jalen Duran, Quentin Grimes, Evan Mobley, Jeremy Sochan, Jabari Smith Jr. This is not a bad team either. I like Giddey. I like Mobley. I like Jalen Duran. I like Jalen Williams as well. Jeremy Sochan. Yeah, this is a nice squad. So this, I mean, they don't really have necessarily prototypical big men on this squad. So this, interesting. Okay. I'm not hating it. Now, looking at Joakim Noah versus Pau Gasol, I'd probably still take Gasol's team. I just like the balance of Gasol's team, but Joakim Noah's squad is not a bad one. I'm a big Giddey fan, so yeah, I like this team a lot as well. Team Darren Williams, Walker Kessler, Alpern Sengun, Trey Murphy III, AJ Griffin, Jalen Green, Bones Highland, Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner, sorry. Not Franz, Franz. This one I'd have to see on the court. Right now, I have this one as probably a distant third right now. Yeah, I mean, AJ Griffin for the Hawks has been good. On Bones Highland, he could be the leading scorer of this squad. Yeah, I think that's a distant third right now. To be honest with you, the G League team, I don't know a lot of these guys. I know Mac McClung. I know Kenneth Lofton Jr., Scottie Pippen Jr. I honestly don't know about this G League team. I'm not going to lie to you. I still don't think they beat Pau Gasol's team. So give me Team Gasol to win it. I guess depending on how they match up, I think Team Noah's the second best. Now, if those two were to get matched up first, that would make it a little interesting. But Team Gasol 1, Team Noah 2. I don't know about Darren Williams' team. I might be so bold to say I take the G League squad over Darren Williams' team, and I don't even know a lot of these guys. I take the unknown there over this group. Once again, with all these, let me know what you think in the comment section as well. Obviously, I want to hear from you guys as to who do you think will win all of these. So now we have the celebrity game, which I believe is the last one. All right, so the team on the left is Team Dwayne Wade. I don't know why it doesn't make that known. And Team Ryan is on the right. So you're probably wondering who's Team Ryan. He's like the Utah Jazz's. He's somebody in the Utah Jazz front office. I can't remember what his full title is. So we got Simu Liu, dude from Shang-Chi, DK Metcalf, Hassan Minaj, Janelle Monáe, who I did see like a TikTok of her working on a jump shot. Rike Gunbawale, she's a bucket. Twenty-One Savage, Ranveer Singh, Francis Tiafoe, tennis player. Alex Toussaint. Okay. Team Ryan got Diamond DeShields. She's a bucket. Calvin Johnson. I was interested between DK Metcalf, Calvin Johnson. Will either one of them dunk? Marcus, Neon, The Miz. I mean, if you're a WWE fan, you know who the Miz is. Everett Osborne, Azuna, Albert Pujols. I bet Albert Pujols has a jump shot. I don't know why, but I could see that. Guillermo, from Jimmy Kimmel Show, Cinqua Walls, who we will be in the reboot of White Men Can't Jump. Why Jack Harlow's not on Team Dwayne Wade then? Whatever. I'm going to go with giving Team Dwayne Wade on this one. I mean, there's no reason to really break it down. It's just celebrities, but I'll give Team Dwayne Wade in this one. And here's the schedule. So Friday night, which is tonight, we get the celebrity game, Rising Stars Challenge. That's a good way to get to lead you into the Saturday festivities, where we get the HBCU Classic, which you probably see in the commercials, I believe, with Michael B. Jordan. So you get Grambling State versus Southern at 4. Okay. That gets you ready for All-Star Saturday night, Skills Challenge, 3-point contest, dunk contest. What is dunk contest still end? Yeah, I think dunk contest does end the night. I think they may change that. I wouldn't end with a dunk contest. I'd actually go dunk contest first, then skills challenge. I would end the night on the 3-point contest. And then we got the All-Star Game Sunday, where, have the Elam ending, which I think was a great change for the All-Star Game. I guess I'll pick the All-Star Game as well. I mean, gotta make my predictions. So let me go back up to the squads here. Even though you probably know who they are. I mean, I'm a Celtics fan. Can I go with the Eastern Conference? Giannis. I guess Kyrie still. Donovan Mitchell. Jason Tatum. Do we know who the starter is over Durant? I don't know. A lot of questions. I can't remember. I know they named replacements. I just don't know who's going to start. Does it say? Yeah, Siakam was the injury replacement. Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, who, was definitely well-deserving. Team LeBron will play for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. That's cool. Team Mouse will play for Raise the Future. Okay. Also, a change with the All-Star Game this year is it's going to be done Sandlot style. Where, remember, before they'd have the draft like on TNT the night before, I think. Or do they do that like Thursday? Because the TNT games on Thursday were the last games before the All-Star break. I think that's when they did the draft. Now it's happening on the court right before the game. I love that change to this. So I'm going to take Team Giannis. I guess depending how the draft goes. But give me Team Giannis. Actually, I'll probably do another video on that. No, I can't. I can't wait for the draft because it's right before the game. Yeah, give me Team Giannis. That's based off of nothing really, but I'll say Giannis has a better draft, and I'll take the East squad as well. So give me Team Giannis over Team LeBron. But all right, let me know what you think as well. Down in the comment section, put your winners for each of the competitions, and like I said, I will get back to you. I'll reply to your comments, and we'll interact down there. Let me know if you agree with my picks or not. Yeah, let's just have some fun with it. So hopefully you guys are ready for All-Star Weekend. I always love NBA All-Star Weekend, minus the dunk contest for the most part. But hopefully the 4 guys, Martin Jr., Mac McClung, Trey Murphy, Jericho Sims, hopefully they surprise me. I would love to be surprised by the dunk contest this year. But let me know what your favorite event is. For me, it's a 3-point contest until further notice. Although the skills challenge I do really like seeing, but it's 3-point contest for me. And maybe let me know who you think might steal the show in terms of All-Star Week, whether it's from the game or one of the competitions. But as I always say, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share, and be safe out there. God bless, and I'll catch you next episode. All right. Have a good one.